Welcome to City Bricks. Pardon the mess. I'm in the middle of building something right now. And as you can tell this week, I've got the up house in the air. Not sure if I should make it taller than the Daily Bugle or not, so let me know. And then I'm gonna add some details like some metal piping coming out from under the house. So that's what I'm gonna get started on this week with a lot more to come. Stick around. Here's some of those details I added underneath the up house, and I really like how it gives me the opportunity to add a scene underneath this one. So this week I am starting construction on my underground scene. I've got a light shining back there so we can kind of see how much room I have to work with. But in that corner is what I'm working on right now. And then I think it's about 3 base plates I can fit under there with one more base plate next to the boutique hotel. So that's what I'm working on right now. And I'm thinking of making like this bar design where here I have a bar, I've got some drinks, and then VIP is what I'm thinking of putting above the doors. However, I'm not so thrilled about the P. I'll probably try and come up with a better design. And then this is the inside of the bar so far. I'm also gonna keep it open right here so we can see the people at the bar, and then this on the wall. And then I'm gonna have it all lit up, and I'm probably gonna place that in that back corner. That's the plan right now. I'm thinking maybe a pink light or maybe a blue light, and then having like a line outside the front of it. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for back there. So let me know what you think. Well, I do believe this is gonna be the front of my little bar area. I've got the interior done. On the roof, I'm just gonna put one more plate that kind of leaves this a little bit indented. And now all I have to do is add the lights and then obviously tile off the front. So far, this is the lighting I have done, going with a red look on the inside, some lights to light up the front sign. And then I'm thinking I might actually pull those two in the back forward and just fill up this whole window and that side window just with like some billboards or signs. I think that'll look pretty good. Let me know what you think. So I'm still working on this new mock for underneath the Daily Bugle. I finished adding some minifigures. I plan on adding like a line right here and probably about 10 more minifigures to this part. But I really like how it's turning out. I was originally gonna make this section a ramen noodle shop, but I think kind of a concert's gonna look a bit better. And I'm gonna place all of that underneath the Daily Bugle. I've already taken out the road, that way I can fit it in there. And then right there next to the boutique hotel, I was planning on putting this. And I just need to add some lights and then make it 2 studs taller. So that's what I've been working on recently. As usual, the Lego room is a mess when you start creating your own mocks, and so I've got a lot to pick up. So I added a bit more detail before I get this mock into place. We've got a few more minifigures lined up. I added a few more people to the crowd. My next move is just sliding it back there into place, which I'm actually having to remove quite a lot to do that. I might have to move the Daily Bugle, the up house, so we'll see. So sure enough, I did have to move the Parisian restaurant, that garbage truck alleyway. I got rid of the up house, and then I basically just lifted the platform up and slid everything back. But let's take a look. I also had to move the trees over so we had a better view. And then I have one more spot right here that I'm trying to fill in. But you can kind of see that pink light already. And this is kind of the side view of that alley. And then my favorite part is like that alley in the back, right next to the bar. And then there's the line, and that takes place right next to a concert. And that's all happening underneath the Daily Bugle. And really that whole mountain. So I'm really liking how it's coming together. I think the pink light's a nice touch. It might be a little too much, and I might put some Lego in front of it just to block it out a little bit, but I'm really liking what I see. Now I do want to eventually add my hotel back where the up house is and find a new spot for the up house, just because I'm trying to get more of my mocks into the city, or just buildings I'm making myself instead of
you know, the buildings you build and the creators. But so I'm not 100% sure if I want to get started on the scene underneath there. I do know I want to cover this up just so I can cover up all that color. And eventually I'll get enough gray plate or dark gray plate where I can change out all that color as well. And then I think we're in a really good spot for covering up this table. I still want to add more details to my hotel and then start working on that forestry area before I start underneath here, because I really don't know yet. I'm thinking of a town square, maybe a fountain or a plaza. But here I'm more certain that I want a lake in the middle. Sorry, that hotel's in the way. But then I also need to add some lights, a lake in the middle, and just add a bunch of hills and rocks and green area. Also, I'm thinking a ranger station along this side. Then eventually I'll be adding the roads here, probably just a one-way, covering it all up. And then the table's covered. And I'm excited for that to happen because then I can come back in and add some more finer detail. So that's really the future, the plan. And I have one more thing to show you before we end today's update. This is probably my biggest brick haul yet. I've got your gray slopes, gray slopes, gray slopes, gray slopes, gray slopes, dark gray slopes, dark gray slopes, and some tree pieces. All of that for this mountain, just to give it a bit more detail. And if you're still here, thank you, and know you're appreciated. I started this a few months ago, and it's just been an awesome journey. Work is winding down for the summertime, and so I should be back to my weekly uploads. I'll see you next week.